In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear shocks in a 2003 Toyota Rav4, because you don't want your shock to look like this. This is not how they work. You want it to be nice and tight, so you have to use strength to compress it and have it come back. This one here, I'm pulling it with way too much ease, so this one's ultimately bad, and it's about time these need to be replaced. There's two things that you're going to want to do before you start. One would be it's easier to get to the actual shock if you have the tire off. If you're able to just reach the back of the shock, it's actually not that big of a deal. But for this tutorial today, I did unscrew the lug nuts. The other thing that you're going to want to do is get an impact as well. The impact will be helpful for taking off the bottom of the shock. As you can see, the shock here goes from the bottom of the tire assembly all the way up inside the car. Now, inside the car, it will be a little strategic on how you get that loose, but I'll show you that in a minute. As of now, you're going to want to take a 14mm impact and essentially buzz off the bolt that is right here. You might be able to get it with a ratchet and socket, but an impact would be much quicker, and that's on the bottom of the shock. What I'm doing now is just peeling off the old rubber, because that's nasty. And this bolt should be what comes out on the bottom. Now let's move on to the top. Now inside the trunk, this is the driver's side wheel well here. This cover should pop right off. There we go. And inside there will be a 2-nut system that you need to loosen. So what happens is this bottom nut here is tight down, and then this top nut is tight onto the bottom nut. And so you essentially need to loosen both of those and get those off. You can see here I have a 14mm wrench, but it's nice and thin inside here, and it allows me to also access that top nut. Now you could use a thin pair of vice grips or something like that to access this bottom nut. Ultimately, you want to hold that tight for now and then loosen the top one. Now with a little bit of luck, you can actually just loosen the bottom one with a normal wrench. And this will take forever, so just keep loosening until it comes all the way off. If you notice the top starting to spin where that little pin is up the top there, you can actually just put some vice grips on it and then continue to insert the wrench in the middle here and loosen that, because you want the nut off without the entire shock spinning. Once you have it threaded all the way out, it will look like this, and you can remove the nut, and then there should be a top flat metal piece. There should be a piece of rubber, and then also a bottom flat metal piece. Now this bottom piece is the one with the ridge right there, and that's important to know when you're putting in the new one there. The ridge goes down. So what I'm gonna do is leave it right here on the rug exactly how I pulled it out, so that the new one I can slap together exactly the same way. Now it's time to grab the new shock. And this bottom part of the shock down here, this should actually just slide right off. This piece comes right off the end there. What I'm gonna do right now is just clean up the pin here a little bit, maybe get some of the old rubber away. Then I'm just gonna hit it with a light coat of grease. Very thin layer there. This will allow the new rubber to slide on perfectly. And then, of course, attach the new rubber piece here. It should slide right on. Might take a little bit of strength. And it should rest in place like so. And what we will do is put in the bolt just hand tight at the moment. So this bolt go in just hand tight for now. Perfect. After you've put that bolt in down bottom hand tight, this is where the shock is going to want to go up into the car. So there's these plastic straps holding it in place to make sure that it can ship correctly in the right size. So what I'm gonna do is compress the shock, essentially push down, take off the plastic that holds it together. And then there will be obviously the 2 nuts that you need, as well as the pieces that you need up top. For this setup, you'll need 2 metal pieces and a rubber piece. So that means that whatever is touching the car here will be a rubber piece. So you can see the shock's already wanting to push up. So I'm gonna essentially let it push me up and just guide it into that hole. Naturally, it's too short, so I need a jack. So what happened now was, because the car's on a lift, the shock was fully extended out. So what I need to do is just lift up this entire suspension as if the car was on the ground. So I can get the shock in place. You can see the shock up there filing right into that hole, exactly where it should be. Now it's time to put these pieces back in the top. Now back at the top, you're going to want to put on the new metal piece. Remember, it's the one with the ridge. And that's going to go down first. And then you're going to want to put in the rubber piece. And that slides right on like so. And then finally, it's this piece here, that top metal piece. The new shock came with 2 different size nuts. I recommend putting the full size nut, which is the taller one, putting that on first. That'll allow you to grab it a little bit easier. That one can go on there. And then after that, put on the smaller one. And then you want to tighten those down the best you can. Eventually, after tightening so much, this part of the shock will begin to spin. So you might want somebody to hold on to that while you're tightening up there so that it doesn't just spin and you're not actually tightening. Once you have these 2 nuts tightened down, then you are good to go on the top. You can put in this plastic piece back over the cover there, as well as tighten up the bottom bolts down bottom. Remember that this bolt here we did not tighten before, so you want to make sure that that is nice and tight and you're not squeezing the rubber which goes in between here and here too much. After you're tight up top and down bottom, then you're good to remove a jack if you had to use one like myself, and your shock is fully installed. You're good to go from here. So just slap back on the tire, make sure the lug nuts are tight, and you'll be done for the day. That's gonna be all for this Burnout Extra. Stay tuned for more videos like this on simple repairs, how to do your car repairs in your driveway. Be sure to check out more of the channel if you haven't already. This is the Burnout Show. We have tons of tutorials like this. Hopefully this helped, and we'll see you next time.